Thank you. And have we agreed? I don't know to what extent, maybe that's also we can clarify in the beginning, to what extent translation would be considered helpful. And then, is it going to be you, Dr. Anwar? Is it going to be Dr. Fauzi, who has the who has the privilege today?
We can both. We can do it both, or we can cooperate. No problem.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Okay, perfect. So I think then we'll just wait another 2 minutes to start until we are already 20 people. But everyone, maybe you can already repeat that in Arabic. I don't think we are such a big group today, so if people wanted to join with camera and felt comfortable, I think might be nice opportunity for everyone.
المجتمعين حاليا ممكن يفتحون كاميرات إذا يحبون، والكاميرات مفتوحة. كاميرا.
يعني أبو سالم. الله يسلمك. أبو سالم أنا عندي محاضرة إذا أمكن بس بعد أن تخابر. الله يسلمك. الله أنا آسف جدا، أنا آسف جدا آسف. الله يسلمك ويحفظك. ألف لا.
Good evening.
Good evening, Dr.
Good
Wright.
evening.
How are you? Fine.
Fine.
How are you, Dr. Wright?
مرحبا دكتور انور.
اهلا دكتور سعد، هلا بيك، شلونك؟
اخبارك قلبي، صحتك، احوالك؟
هلا بيك، انت شلونك؟ اخبارك؟
هلا دكتور، مليون هلا بيك، هلا وقلبي، هلا وعيني دكتور انور.
I just finished my lecture now.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it's 4 o'clock. I suggest I start. I think people are still dropping in, but some people are already here waiting for quite some time. So I think we will start. I would first warmly like to welcome everyone today. It's our preparation meeting for lecturers and for this, thank you, who kindly agreed to support our student conference and student activity over the last month. We have the big opening event on Saturday, and today is our lecturer meeting, and I'm very excited already. We are 22 people, a very nice international network. So welcome everyone. Thank you, you are here. What am I going to, how are we going to structure the meeting? Today? I thought just that we are all on the same page. Some are new to this network. Some have been supporting us for the last 6 years. I'm just going to quickly say a little bit what is the RESI project and why the student conference. Make sure everyone knows what's going to happen on Saturday. What's going to happen on the 19th of June, which is our closing conference. What is your job as a lecturer, for which you kindly agreed to be involved in, and then I will introduce you to the virtual conference space we as the RESI team have set up to facilitate and coordinate our work. And after that, there'll be plenty of time for us to discuss and see. Some of you have already applied to being a team. Other people are still looking for team members. So after that, we will go after clarifying the overall questions, and we will have plenty of time, as long as it needs, to make sure everyone knows how to be best prepared, with whom to work, and what's the mode of working.
اوكي، بالبدايه دكتوره هاي ترحب بيك. راح اتعرف اشنو هو فريق ريسي ليش هذا المؤتمر هو افتراضي، ايش راح يحدث يوم السبت القادم، ايش راح يكون يوم 19/6، ما هي وظيفتك؟ يعني إيش هو المطلوب من عندنا؟ وأخير نقطة اللي راح توضحها هو introduction to the virtual conference space، يعني تقديم للمؤتمر أو مدخل أو مقدمة للمؤتمر الافتراضي، فضاء المؤتمر الافتراضي. هذه كله راح تتحدث عنه دكتورة هايك الآن إن شاء الله. Yes, Dr. Haik.
Okay. So before I start, because I think I cannot thank you enough, I wanted to start with thanking you all for being here today. Thanking you for kindly agreeing and volunteering, being part of this initiative. Many of you for many years, and before we are going to start with details, I just wanted from my heart to thank you all, and I'm going to be excited. I'm very excited for what's going to come and how we are going to collaborate in the next 2 months.
بالبداية هي تحب تشكركم جميعا، وقسم من عندنا هي كانت تتعاون معنا بعدة سنوات وكان يدعمون هذا الشيء، وتعرف انه هاي النشاطات هي تتطلب تعاون، فهي جدا يعني ممتنة من عندنا ومن الأساتذة اشتركوا سابقا ولاحقا أيضا في هذا الموضوع أو هذه النشاطات.
So who are we? You're already seeing some logos on the bottom of the page. We are RESI, the RESI team. RESI stands for Rethink Education and Science in Iraq. We are an international partnership of 3 universities. We are existing as partners. We are collaborating for about 5 years together. This has been a growing partnership started between TU Dortmund University and Mosul University, and we are a group of academics from various fields who came together in 2006 and with a great mission and having the urge and feeling that we should do something to promote science, dialogue, and reconciliation within Iraq, but also across borders, modernize education, and promote internationalization and interdisciplinary and intercultural learning. Who are we? If you don't know me, my name is Heike Wendt. I'm professor for education research. Then there is then from TU Dortmund University for many years, there's Felix Wenger involved as part of the steering committee, who is also full-time supporting this collaboration. And then we are for 5 years also a very constant group of steering committee members, which all of us, I think, are also here today. So if you would like to open your cameras, then I would also like to say something. There's Professor Anwar. Professor for physics from Mosul University here with us, who for many years has also been the speaker of our steering group within Mosul University. Dr. Fauzi, professor in chemistry, professor in chemistry, also steering group member from the very beginning. We have Dr. Wright, the representative from the engineering faculty, also member of the steering committee from the very beginning. Then we have Dr. Amal representing the education colleges, and last but not least, Dr. Sarah, who's another woman power in the steering committee representing the economics faculty. And we as a steering group, with the support of all of you, over the last years have been organizing a number of activities. So far, we've organized 4 students' conferences. We've created educational opportunities for more than 1,000 students from various Iraqi universities. In our network, there have been so far more than 150 lectures who supported one of the other activities in the past. Many of you are and we cannot express how grateful we are to have you in our team. And as part of our collaboration, I think it's more than 100 academics who had the opportunity also to come and stay with us sometime in Germany, be a guest at TU Dortmund University. So this is what we are doing in a nutshell. And we felt that academic collaboration should not just be for our own betterment and professional development, but our urge and need as a team, and which is bringing us together, coming from very different fields, is that we want to do something for young people and engage and create opportunities for us to work together with young people and empower young people. And this is what's inspiring us to do student conferences on this large scale.
I will explain. Okay. Actually, اخواني الاعزاء السلام عليكم. طبعا البرنامج منذ عام 1916 العفو 2016 بدا البرنامج واحنا كنا طبعا في لا نزال في الهجره في اربيل ودهوك، والبرنامج اخذ تسميه RASI اللي هو Rethink Education and Science in Iraq، اعاده التفكير بالتربيه والعلم في العراق من جديد، وانهاضها في جامعه الموصل وفي مدينه الموصل بالذات. الحقيقه منذ ذلك الحين تم اختيار 5 من زملائنا اللي المتحدث والاستاذ الدكتور انور واستاذ رائد والدكتوره امل والدكتوره سراء لكي يمثلون جامعه الموصل يعني في هذا المجال. وتم اختيار طبعا من قبل البرنامج الدكتوره هايكي ويندي من جامعه دورتموند كانت في حينها، وحاليا طبعا هي تعمل في جامعه غراز النمساويه. الحقيقه عمل معنا ايضا فيليكس، عمل معنا جرين، عمل معنا عدد كبير من الاخوان الالمان اللي استطعنا خلال هذه ال6 سنوات المضت تقريبا ان يعني نقيم ما لا يقل عن تقريبا 7 إلى 8 ورش عالميه و4 مؤتمرات شارك فيها اكثر من 1000 طالب في هذه الورش. الحقيقه استطعنا ايضا ان يعني نخرج الى المانيا او نرسل الى المانيا بحدود ال100 تدريسي قاموا بزياره المانيا خلال هذه الفتره. كانت الغايات الاساسيه من هذا البرنامج هو يعني تعزيز العلم والمصالحه الوطنيه والحوار، تقديم او تعزيز الثقافه في العراق، وثم جعل الثقافه والتعليم انترناشونال نوع يعني في العراق يدخل ضمن المعايير الدوليه والمعايير العالميه. هذا هو ملخص طبعا عن العمل. استطعنا خلال هذه الفتره ان نجعل عدد كبير جدا من الطلاب ومن الاساتذه ان يعني يغيرون من مفاهيمهم اتجاه التعليم، اتجاه المشاكل المهمه خلال هذه الورش وخلال هذه المؤتمرات. استطاعت الحقيقه او استطاع البرنامج ان يعني يخدم جامعه الموصل ويخدم مدينه الموصل كثيرا، ولا نزال ايضا نعمل في هذا المجال. والمؤتمر الحالي الذي سوف يسلط الضوء على البطاله في العراق وسبب او استغلال الجامعه واستغلال العلم والثقافه في تغيير مستوى الطالب او تغيير حياه الطالب المستقبليه بعد التخرج. هذه سوف تكون ايضا نقطه كلش مهمه في مؤتمرنا، ان شاء الله نوفق في هذا المؤتمر. شكرا. Thank you دكتور. Sorry.
So Haika, you are unmuted.
You are mute, Doctor.
No voice. No voice.
I'm finding a solution for that.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So our aim of promoting science, dialogue, reconciliation, trying something new together across disciplines and internationally is something which for the last years we felt this is something for which people have to come together to touch, smell, and interact with each other. But this pandemic situation has left us unfortunate, and we are hoping it will be, of course, possible in the future that we can held this 1-week events, these big conferences, workshop we did in the past, in the future again. So this online conference we are doing now is the second time we are trying something online. I think most of you, we know we had a one-day conference which was on distance learning in the past, and we have reflected on that and how much we liked it. And this time we are trying something new, and for this we need your support. What is new in this conference is also that I think we have a very highly relevant topic, which is speaking to the hearts of many young people in Iraq, because it's a burning and urgent issue, but also I think which is affecting all of us as academics, because unclear future perspectives and maybe even the risk to be unemployed also affects us when working with students and their student motivation, but also I think is questioning our responsibilities which we are having as academics. And we felt it's important of the university to not just have these issues discussed among young people outside the campus, but also to come together and discuss this as sciences and academics together, and not just between us, but also together with students. And this is what this conference is about.
Okay. I speak, دكتور أنور. حقيقة يعني من العنوان مال المحاضرة أو الكونفرنس المؤتمر الذي هو سوف يسلط الضوء على مشكلة البطالة في العراق. فتقول هي طبعا كلنا نعاني من هاي المشكلة، عانينا من هاي المشكلة أن تعيننا، وحاليا يعني طلابنا اللي راح يتخرجون هي أيضا يعني مسؤولية في رقابنا، يجب أن نجد لهم الحلول كي يستغلوا ما تعلموه في الجامعة لكي يستطيعوا أن يخلقوا فرص عمل لديهم. ولهذا لابد أن نتكاتف جميعا، يعني لدينا مسؤولية جدا كبيرة احنا اللكتشرر اللي راح نكون المدرسين لهذه الجروبات، حتى نعكس فرد يعني اختيارات صحيحة ومثمرة يتم اختيارها من قبل الطلاب حتى يستطيعون الحقيقة أن يتجاوزون هذه المشكلة أو هذه المعضلة، وبدلا من أن تكون مشكلة يكون معها الحلول، وهذه الحلول ممكن أن نستفاد منها في المستقبل لخلق فرص عمل جديدة للجيل القادم. Okay.
So our conferences in the past, when we met in one-week workshops, had three elements. The first one was introduction in the topic on the basic of scientific concept. That was usually one day. Then we had workshops where students would come together and work together. And usually the last day of our conference was dedicated to the students and us listening to them and giving the students the floor to present their ideas, to discuss with us, and also to raise their voices on issues. So in the past conference, online conference, to do this all in one day was a little bit long, not really working on screen. So the new concept for this conference this time is to split this up and to meet 3 times and to have also these 3 elements, but stretched out over the course of 2 months, where we will have the first part, which is the input session on this Saturday, where we have invited some experts to speak. Then, and this is where you come in, we'll meet with small groups of students to discuss, reflect, create, and develop ideas in small teams. And having the 19th of June as dedicated as a whole day, where we will be enjoying the outcomes of the student, setting the frame for them to raise their issues, present their projects, and for us as educators, listening to them and giving them the stage to present and discuss their ideas among each other.
تذكر الدكتورة هايكي أنه في السابق أجرينا مؤتمر، لكن المؤتمر كان اعتيادي أونلاين قبل تقريبا أقل من سنة، ويعني ما أخذ صدانه بشكل صحيح لأنه كانت الفترة الزمنية قصيرة. لهذا تتمنى في هذا المؤتمر الذي سوف يكون به ما لا يقل عن 3 جلسات أو 4 جلسات ما بين الليكتشرر يعني الأستاذ اللي راح يدير الجروب وما بين الطلاب ال5 اللي موجودين في كل جروب. سابقا كنا نركز على نقاط مهمة جدا أيضا في الورش السابقة التي أجريناها، أنه دائما كنا نلقي محاضرات إلى الطلاب ننطيها تقريبا يوم أو يومين، ثم يوم أو يومين نستمع إلى الطلاب ومناقشاتهم، واليوم الأخير كنا نجتمع جميعا في قاعة واحدة أو مدرج، وخلال هذا الاجتماع نطرح جميع الأفكار لعنوان تلك الورشة أشكال. حاليا تتمنى أنه أيضا نفعل نفس العمل لكن أونلاين راح يكون هذا العمل، يعني راح تجتمعون أنتم مع الطلاب مالكم كلته عن طريق الزوم خلال 3 إلى 4 مرات، تطرحون الأفكار، تستمعوا أول مرة تطرحون لهم بعض الأفكار اللي راح نطرحها لكم نحن خلال ما بعد هذا اللقاء، راح نطرح لكم بعض الأسئلة، بعض الاستفسارات، بعض النقاط المهمة للمناقشة حتى تناقشون بها الطلاب، ثم تستمعون إلى الطلاب، تستمعون إلى آراء الطلاب. وفي اليوم الأخير اللي هو راح يكون يوم 19/6 جون، في هذا اليوم سوف نلتقي نبدأ نستمع إلى آرائكم وطروحاتكم للجروبات اللي تشكلت، واعتيادي راح نتناقل الأفكار فيما بيننا. Thank you.
So what's happening on Saturday? First part of the conference on Saturday. This Saturday meeting at 4 p.m. we have invited 7 very excellent people for us to give us some insights, introduction as keynote speakers. For us, all of us students and also you as lecturers, you are invited to join Layback and get educated. We have Professor Sama to give us some introduction and insights. What's the graduate unemployment dilemma in Iraq? What is the challenges and possible solutions for us to get an overall picture? We have Professor Dr. Mufid coming and talking about possible scenarios for entering the labor market. Then we've invited a colleague of ours from South Africa there who's going to open a little bit more international perspectives in that and talking about South African solutions to unemployment also, which are with the idea of not just in the scope of job creation, but also how in the same time social entrepreneurship is possible. So how to link economic solution also to support more broader solutions for the societies. And then we'll also have 4 excellent graduates from Mosul University who will share their experiences and expertise for us. The Saturday is supposed to inspire all of us so that we get all of us some background knowledge and context knowledge on the problem, and also get inspired for our discussions with in smaller groups with students over the course of the whole of mid of May now until mid of June. So, and this is then where you would come in as lecturers in taking up topics and ideas from Saturday to further discuss and develop in small groups over the last month, and to feel responsible that your students have something they are proud of to present on the conference day on the 19th of June.
دكتور أنور موجود؟ لو دكتور أنور؟ أوكي. تفضل دكتور أنور.
نعم، شكرا دكتور فوزي. يوم السبت راح يقوم بإلقاء محاضرات علينا إن شاء الله. الافتتاح لهذا النشاط لهذا المؤتمر سوف يقوم الأستاذ الدكتور سرمد غانم صالح بإلقاء محاضرة، وكذلك البروفيسور الدكتور منير ذنون. أيضا عندنا الاسم شيلوبا also أيضا راح تلقي محاضرة في هذا الموضوع. راح يعطونا يعني راح يعطونا إلهام أو يوحونا بالأفكار اللي ممكن إحنا نطرحها على الطلاب. أيضا راح نستمع إلى قصص نجاح لطلبة من جامعة الموصل من اللي تخرجوا العام الماضي واستطاعوا الحصول على مهن أو أعمال خلينا نقول نتيجة الأفكار اللي حصلوا عليها إن كان بالدراسة وإن كان حتى من خلال المؤتمرات أو الدورات السابقة اللي قمناها. لا عفوا دكتور عفوا دكتور مفيد، آسف أنا يعني أخطأت، دكتور مفيد وليس دكتور منير، دكتور مفيد دنون اللي راح يلقي المحاضرة. أعتذر مرة أخرى لأن أخطأت. الدكتور مفيد كان مساعد رئيس الجامعة للشؤون العلمية ومن الأساتذة المعروفين جدا في الجامعة وفي كلية الإدارة والاقتصاد. حاليا راح يلقي لنا المحاضرة إن شاء الله يوم السبت، وهذه المحاضرات هي راح تكون بداية راح تعطينا يعني نوع من التوجه إلى أو كيف يعني نستلهم من المحاضرات أفكارنا لنطبقها في هذا الموضوع الخاص بالتوظيف أو تقليص البطالة أو معالجة البطالة للشباب اللي يتخرج من جامعة الموصل. شكرا. Thank you.
So the final big conference, how will that look like? It's going to be a big virtual international conference, possibly with various strands. How you know from international conferences, people may be meeting up in small discussion groups. Our vision is that all student teams, and you will each work with one, get 15 minutes to pitch, present, discuss their results from what you've worked with them until then, in form of a presentation, in form of a poster, in form of a video, as creative as you like. As you'll have 15 minutes, you'll have 15 minutes to use and to communicate your main idea. So you're very, very open in what the outcome of that is. However, the project ideas presented should be related somehow to the conference topic. They should be linked to a scientific concept. They should present a project, an idea, an approach, an initiative, something your student team feels important to communicate on how unemployment or related effects can be tackled in Iraq when young people take leadership.
نعم. نهاية المؤتمر سوف يعقد في 19/6 يعني حزيران جون. راح يكون مؤتمر افتراضي أيضا. كل الطلاب وكل الفرق الطلابية راح تكون لديهم 15 دقيقة حتى يعرضون اللي عندهم أو يتكلمون بما لديهم، يقدمون ويناقشون 15 دقيقة. وعلى الأغلب طبعا راح يكون طالب يمثل المجموعة، وممكن يكون طالب أو طالبين حتى يقدم الشيء اللي يريد يتحدث بينه، أو ربما بوستر أو حتى لو كان فيديو. المشاريع المقدمة لازم تكون لها علاقة بموضوع المؤتمر ومرتبطة بمفاهيم علمية، بحيث أنه يعني تركز على كيفية الغير العاطل عن العمل، خلينا نقول كيف أنه هاي الأفكار المترابطة كان يعني تؤثر وتؤدي إلى أنه الشباب اللي يتخرج ممكن أن يكون له دور في قيادة هذا البلد، له دور في الحصول على وظائف. ممكن اكو افكار يقدمها يعني تستغل بحيث انه يتطور، يعني بمعنى انه نحن نبحث عن قادة من خلال افكار. اذا وصلنا الى افكار تؤدي الى نشاط اكبر وحصول على وظائف، على الوظيفة ليست بالضرورة أن تكون حكومية، طبعا ممكن يكون غير حكومية. فهذا هي المطلوب في اليوم الأخير من المؤتمر. نعم. Thank you.
So what's your job? Yeah. Your job would be between next Saturday and the 19th of June to support the small teams of students. Not in what you usually do in being the professor, but in being the facilitator, the scientific advisor, the moderator for their discussions, maybe the secretary when needed, that someone takes notes for everyone to make sure they're well organized, to be the motivator, maybe to support with proofreading so that they have a high quality product to present for the conference, maybe to support with translations, and being a cheering, proud backup support for the conference where students get the opportunity to present the group results.
نعم. إذن ما هو مطلوب من الأساتذة المحاضرين؟ أن يكون فاسيليتر، بمعنى هو اللي يقوم بصياغة، يعني الشخص اللي يصيغ، scientific advisor اللي هو الذي ينصح علميا أو الموجه علميا، moderator أيضا موجه، أو secretary حتى ممكن أن يكون كأنما سكرتير يعني لهذه المجموعة من الطلاب. كل محاضر راح يكون عنده بحدود 5 طلاب. موتيفيتر بمعنى انه يعني اللي يعطيهم الدافع. بروف ريدر اي فكره راح يقدموها، هو المحاضر هو اللي راح يثبت مدى صلاحيته او غير صالحه، وايضا يساهم بالترجمه. واخير نقطه هو راح يكون يعني مشجع وبفخر لهؤلاء الطلبه اللي راح يقدمون هاي الافكار في هذا المؤتمر.
Okay. So if the 19th of June is the International Olympic Games, the students are the sports people, you are the trainer. So that's the job. The students are the stars and you have a month to make them shine.
لديكم الفرصة في 19/6 أنه تلمعون هذه الأفكار للطلاب اللي راح يعرضوها، وتساهمون في نجاح المؤتمر ونجاح الطلاب من خلال نجاح أفكارهم أيضا.
So since our vision is to be inclusive, that everyone can join, to promote dialogue and reconciliation, to enable interdisciplinary discussion, for us, of course, excellent products are the goal, but really the way is the goal. So you did a fantastic job when students took ownership, when every group member felt appreciated and felt they had taken part in the group work and also have ownership of what's presented, that when everyone contributed to the group results, students had an exceptionally positive collaboration experience and made friends, and students had a cool project idea to present and felt confident and proud to do that on the 19th of June.
نعم. استمر دكتور فوزي لو تحب.
كيفك دكتور؟ انا يعني اريدك تخلص، اريد اختصرها كلها حتى يفتهمون شنو شو اسمه، فانت خلص هاي الفقره وراها انا اعطيهم.
I will complete and by the end Dr. Fauzi will summarize all of this posters. متى تكون ناجح في هاي الوظيفه؟ شلون راح نكون ناجحين؟ عندما انه الطلاب يحصلون الملكيه بالافكار، يعني نوعا ما من قياده الفكره. كل جروب ممبر، كل عضو بالمجموعه راح يشعر بانه يعني ممتن. كل واحد ساهم بالفكره من الطلاب. student had يعني افكار يعني ايجابيه وبتعاون ايجابي، وممكن وراح يكونون صداقات. طبعا بهاي الافكار احنا الطلاب راح يكونون على الاغلب ما عندهم علاقات فيما بينهم، لكن بعد هذه المؤتمر راح يكونون يعني تعارفوا، راح يكونون صداقات. وبهالطريقه احنا عن نعمل قاعده اجتماعيه وطريق للتعاون، بغض النظر العلم راح يكون هو الاساس بالتعاون بين الطلاب، بغض النظر عن دينه او مذهبه او قوميته. ايضا الستودنت راح يكون عندهم مشروع، فكره لمشروع يقدموها ويشعرون بثقه وبفخر انه قاموا ذلك ب 19/6 بتاريخ هذا التاريخ. يعني هاي كلها عوامل ايجابيه للطلاب اللي راح يشتركون. Yes.
Yeah. So that still, of course, quality, excellent, having something to be proud of is also something which we value and which we consider important, but it's not the only value to be considered. So you don't have to sacrifice on your, I would say maybe on your academic standards on what you consider high quality. However, for us, the way in how high quality results are achieved is equally important.
طبعا انتم تحافظون على مستوياتكم العلميه كاساتذه، ولا اكو داعي انه تضحون بالمستوى العلمي اللي عندكم حتى تنجحون مشروع. لا، بالتاكيد انتم عامل في انه المشروع يكون علمي قابل للتطبيق ويحمل عناصر ايجابيه. فالستاندردز او خلينا نقول الحدود او القيم اللي تحملوها بالتاكيد انتم راح تحافظون عليها، ومن خلالها راح تساهمون في نجاح هاي المشاريع.
How will we support you? We have created. I'll start. How you do that is up to you. We will assign a group of students to you to work with, and then you will work out with them how you would all like to work together. We support you. We've created Zoom rooms for you to where you could meet, which are open all the time. We have, every one of you will have a team member of us to be there for you for all your questions and support. We also offer you that we could all be in one WhatsApp group where we could have a helpline that if you meet with students and you need some support, we can all share and be of help and make sure you are supported as timely and quickly as you need. So this is my telephone number, this is Felix's telephone number, so we could all be part in a big WhatsApp group and offer each other support. And we have a joint open conference space, which is an open whiteboard or an open big wall, which I will show with you in a minute, where you can share and post infos for your students, your products with your students, and which could be a communication and sharing platform for all of us to use and for all of us to follow and cheer up and maybe also sneak peek what other people are doing. And I will introduce that to you in a minute.
كيف يمكن أنه ندعمكم؟ طبعا راح نخصص 5 طلاب لكل تدريسيين أو أستاذين. راح نوفر لكم غرف زوم للاجتماع، برنامج زوم للفريق مالكم. كل تدريسيين عنده 5 طلاب. فريق ريسي، أعضاء فريق ريسي هم راح يتواجدون لأي أسئلة، وراح يكونون يمثلون نوعا ما من إشراف على هاي المجاميع. أكو هناك واتساب جروب لتليفون دكتور هايكا فيندت and Mr. فيليكس شينجر أرقام تليفوناتهم. تجمع خاص بفضاء المؤتمر مع لوحة للمشاركة المعلومات والنتاجات للطلبة موجودة عبر الرابط اللي موجود أمامكم بالأسفل. هذا الرابط اللينك يؤدي إلى Joint Conference Space. Thank you. راح تعرض أمامكم هاي الفضاء أو البورد اللوحة اللي راح تخلون عليها النتاجات. Yes.
I will introduce you to the boards in a minute. So one of the big questions, how do you meet your students? We will finalize lecturer teams today. After we've done that, the minutes and also today we will assign students to groups, and you will receive an email with email addresses of your students as soon as possible, but latest on Sunday. Then the students are yours. So you contact them directly, arrange with them independently, and in this you are the boss and you define with the group how often you like to meet, when you would like to meet, how you would like to communicate, and how you want to work together. Your freedom, you are all professional academics, this is not new to you. You do it how you think in light of our vision. You can do it best.
كيف راح تقابلون طلابكم؟ راح يتم يعني تهيئة فرق المحاضرين اليوم. راح تستلمون إيميل بريد إلكتروني مع الطلبة وعناوين الطلبة أقصى حد يوم 24/5 كحد أقصى. رجاء التواصل مع الطلاب مباشرة وترتبون طبعا مباشرة بشكل مستقل عن الفريق. راح تكون أنت you are the boss، بمعنى راح تكون أنت المسؤول. الأستاذ اللي طبعا هم فريق 2 من الأساتذة، أكيد هناك ربما الأقدم راح يكون هو المسؤول عن هذه المجموعة. التوثيق راح يعني تخلوه بهذا الفضاء اللي راح نخليه، وسوي كان يعني بحيث احنا ممكن انه نوجه مباشرة الطلاب لكم.
So our wish is that basic information you post in our conference space. So if we have lost students not knowing when you meet, or just wanting to follow what you're doing, you can, we can all direct and collaborate together.
أكيد أنتم يعني بالخلال هذه راح توجهون وراح تفيدكم هذا الموقع تماما.
Yeah. So when, how often do I meet with the students? How often you feel you need and how often everyone likes. You meet with them, you find out how you all wish to collaborate together, what works for you, what time. Freedom. So our wish is be open and inclusive. This is an extra educational event. So if someone wants to bring a friend and you like the friend, you think the person has something to contribute, just invite them. The idea is here to do something which is inspiring young people. My motto is always someone wants to come and attend an educational event of the university. Let them come in, invite them, facilitate them. If you feel it's too much, reach out to us. Maybe someone else wanted to accommodate and a friend who also wanted to join a group and be part of this.
طبعا هناك أسئلة كثيرة، متى، كيف، كم مرة. الحقيقة بالنسبة للأساتذة أنت راح تلتقي مع الطلاب وراح تشوف أنه ما هو الأفضل لهؤلاء الطلبة. أي أفكار أخرى أنت ممكن تطرحها مع الطلاب حول لقاءاتكم أو أي أفكار ممكن راح تنطرح. لازم على الأستاذ أن يكون متفتح ويعني حصري، لأنه هذا الفريق هو يعني هو اللي يقرر هذا الفريق هو اللي يقرر ما هو الافضل للطلاب.
Before I show you our conference space, are there any questions?
اي سؤال
Or comments?
او ملاحظه؟
Dr. Heike, can I summarize all the things to
Yes.
our colleagues in Arabic?
Please.
Because it is very important for them to understand what is the conference and it what depends. أعزائي الأساتذة الكرام، الحقيقة حتى نفهم الفكرة مال المؤتمر هذا نرجع إلى العنوان اللي هو كيفية معالجة البطالة في العراق كمشكلة حالية بعد يعني الفترة الأخيرة، خلال ال5 سنوات الأخيرة أو ال6 سنوات الأخيرة أصبحت البطالة كثيرة والخريجين بأعداد كبيرة، وحتى نحاول أن نساهم أيضا كجامعة الموصل ومدينة الموصل في هذه المشكلة. أجرينا هذا المؤتمر. الحقيقة المؤتمر مدته شهر، راح يكون ابتداء من يوم 22/5/2021 وينتهي يوم 19/6/2021، يعني بحدود شهر. خلال هذا الشهر المؤتمر يتكون طبعا من ما لا يقل عن 250 طالب تقريبا عندنا حاليا مشتركين، وعندنا بحدود 30 إلى 40 أستاذ الحقيقة كان دخلوا معنا في هذا المؤتمر، واحتمال العدد بعد يعني قابل للزيادة إلى يوم السبت أو الأحد القادم، لأنه السبت راح يكون الافتتاحية يوم السبت. راح مثل ما ذكر الدكتور أنور وذكر الدكتورة هايكي، راح يلقونا عدد من الأساتذة عدد من المحاضرات، ويشاركونا 4 طلاب تجربتهم في الناجحة بعد التخرج، كيف استطاعوا أن يستفادوا من اختصاصهم في تحويل هذا الاختصاص إلى مهنة، فأصبح مهنة يرتزقون منه. يعني حاليا هم عندهم رزق، باب رزق من إيش؟ من الدراسة اللي درسوها في كلية الهندسة. الحقيقة هم ال4 خريجين كلية الهندسة قسم المدني، هندسة المدني، هندسة عفوا المعماري. بعد ان نشكل الجروبات، الحقيقه راح نشكل الجروبات لحد الان ما نعرف بالضبط 5 او اكثر او اقل، لانه تعتمد على عدد الطلاب وعدد الاساتذه اللي عندنا حاليا 250 طالب، وعندنا حاليا تقريبا بحدود 30 استاذ. فراح نقسم الطلبه على الاساتذه بحيث كل جروب احتمال يكون بينه 5 6 اقل اكثر ما نعرف بالضبط. راح تجيكم الايميلات. نحن راح اليوم بعد الاجتماع هذا راح تغادرون انتم، راح نستمر احنا بالاجتماع مالنا حتى شنو نحدد منو الاستاذ ومنو الجروب ماله. راح نرسل للاستاذ ايميلات ل5 أو 6 طلاب حسب الاختيار، هو راح يتصل بهم الطلاب فيما بعد وراح يحدد معاهم مواعيد معينه للاجتماعات، باعتبار انه هو راح يكون البوس، هو القائد لهذه المجموعه، ولديه مساعد ايضا يكون في الجروب. سوف يطرح مجموعه من الافكار. طبعا الحقيقه الافكار اللي راح يطرحها راح تستنبط قسم منها من المحاضرات اللي راح نلقيها يوم السبت، وقسم اخر راح تجيكم على شكل اسئله انتم تسالون طلابكم او تستفسرون من طلابكم، تتركون فيما بعد الطلاب يبدعون في المخرجات مالهم، هي من اللي راح يخرجون افكارهم. وهذه الافكار ما شرط تكون فقط كلاميه، ممكن ان تكون على شكل بوستر، تخلينه مثلا ممكن ان يعمل بوستر، ممكن ان يعمل فيلم صغير زين فيديوي لمده دقيقه او دقيقتين، ممكن ان يشارك بعمل فني، ممكن يجسد بينه الافكار ماله. افكاره طبعا دائما تكون مو خياليه، يعني الافكار اللي راح يطرحها لتغيير حاله او تحسين حاله البطاله تكون مو خياليه وانما علميه، يعني على مخرجات علميه، كيف ممكن ان نستغل افكار الجامعه، ممكن ان نستغل الدراسه في تحويلها الى ماده نرتزق منها فيما بعد. هذا هو المختصر المفيد. فيما بعد راح الطالب بعد ما تتصل بينه انت ممكن انه تجتمع معاه، وهذه متروكه، يعني قلت لك انت فري، انت بكيفك تجتمع معاه، وكيف تريد تجتمع. طبعا هو راح يوفر لك غرفه زوم هذا غرفه الزوم حتى تجتمع بها، تطرحون افكاركم مرتين 3 10 على راحتك. اذا ما عنده شغل يوميا يجتمع، ماكو اشكال. بعد الاجتماعات اللي تتم هذه تتبلور الافكار. طبعا انت باعتبارك قائد راح تكون انت الفاسيليتر، الموديليتر، الفايزر، يعني انت الناصح، المدبر، القائد الذي يستطيع ان يصيغ الافكار مع الطلاب بصياغه علميه مقبوله، بعيده عن السياسه، بعيده عن اي شغله تجرح المجتمع. ثم بعد ذلك بعد ما تصاغ هذه الافكار في اليوم الاخير راح تطرح الافكار خلال هاي ال 15 دقيقه المسموح لكل جروب ان يطرح افكاره. الافكار اللي راح تطرح اما ممكن ان يكون رسم، ممكن ان يكون بوستر، ممكن ان يكون كلام حكي، يعني ممكن انه تحكي، وهذا الكلام يكون مجموعه افكار، مجموعه نقاط كنت اتفقتم علينا انه تعتبرون هذا افضل حل. طبعا نجاحكم، نجاح الجروب هو يعني فرد شيء عظيم، لانه راح يصب في نجاح جامعه الموصل، في نجاح مدينه الموصل، في التخلص من هذه الاشكاليه. هذا هو مختصر مفيد خلينا نسميه للمؤتمر بشكل عام، وشكرا. ثانك يو دكتور هيك.
So then I think the floor was on questions, comments, reactions, everything. We will discuss on who is my partner and these technical details later, and I'll also share the conference space later. For everything else, the floor is open.
عنده سؤال خليه يسأل شباب.
If there are any request for a professor to have his own partner, he could choose his own partner he would like to work with. Yes?
Yes, everyone free to choose a partner. He or she needs someone who would have fun, maybe even also an assistant or an emerging researcher, someone who would be excited maybe to do some of the document, the online support in that regard. So everyone welcome.
السلام عليكم دكتور أنور، إذا ممكن عندي مداخلة أو سؤال.
نعم تفضل يا
أنا مدرسة سجل فتاح زيدان من كلية العلوم السياسية. بس حابة أتعرف على الاختصاصات الزملاء اللي موجودين بالاجتماع حاليا. أكيد الاختصاصات مختلفة، فيا ريت لو أكو مثلا فكرة عامة عن الاختصاصات اللي موجودة.
نعم.
شكرا جزيلا.
We have lecturer Saja Fattah Zaidan from political science, University of Mosul. Ask what about the specialists for the lectures available. We need to know what their own scientific branches.
So the steering committee today, we have about 300 students who signed up, and the steering committee today, which is representing the different branches, will have the job today to make sure that you have students who have some expertise in the field you are related. Our vision is that we always like to have students working together who come from different departments, who have different experiences, so that students themselves, when they work together, they value the expertise given from students coming from different, and they experience the richness of the interaction when people with different backgrounds and different expertise come together. Would be my wish that maybe if you already have an idea in what direction you feel you would want to use your expertise shape the discussion around with students, then if you could clearly communicate with that, and you could tell us, I would be excited to have a student from the, I don't know, civil engineering, a student from the physics, a student from the education, or I would be excited to have a student from the law and a student from the political sciences. I'd be excited to have a student from the teacher education and someone from the sociology and maybe someone from the chemistry in my group. If you know this, you can let us know. We'll do our best to find you nice students and to have the expertise in your student team which you wish. So all you would have to do is to let us know. There's a big group of students from which we can choose from. So, but if you already have that, maybe you can also use the chat now, write your name and say, I would like to have students from this and that department in my group, and then maybe you will get another one extra. But if you tell us what the focus is, then we'll make sure you have students who bring in some of the expertise you need.
ست سجا هي تحدثت دكتورة هايك تقول انه الفريق ريسي هو مكون من اكثر من اختصاص. احنا اختصاصات الحقيقة مختلفة واحنا حاضرين للمساعدة. بالنسبة لحضرتك ممكن اذا انت عندك اهتمامات معينة انه تقولين انا ارغب بطلاب من الهندسة او من الكيمياء او من العلوم السياسية او كذا، وايضا اذا تحبين ترغبين بانه الشريك البارتنر اللي راح يكون معك محاضر انه ترغبين انه شريكي انه من احدى الكليات العلميه مثلا هندسه او غيره، هاي كلها مرحب بها اذا انت اخترتيها. الاصل الحقيقه انا ممكن اضيف انه احنا سابقا الطلاب يعني احنا يعني كنا متعمدين نخليهم بخلفيات يعني دراسيه مختلفه. كنا نجيب طلاب إن كان فيزياء مع علوم حياة مع جيولوجي مع تربية مع ممكن آداب ممكن أي كلية يساهمون ويشتركون. حتى أيضا كان عندنا طلاب من كلية الطب، فلما اجتمعنا بهم وعلى شكل مجاميع وطرحنا لهم أفكار معينة وهي مناقشوا وهي رجعوا طرحوا وتوصلوا إلى أفكار بحيث أنه تعاون الطالب اللي من الطب أو من الهندسة ومن العلوم ومن الآداب ومن عدة كليات وطلعوا لنا أفكار تفيد المجتمع في مدينة الموصل. كانت كلش أفكار يعني لها تأثير. كانت أفكار تراوحت من الحفاظ على البيئة، التخلص من الملوثات، بناء أبنية قليلة الكلفة يمكن أنه الواحد يحصل على أبنية مناسبة وأكثر من أفكار. هذه كل طالب من خلال اختصاصه ساهم بطريقة أو بأخرى. يعني ممكن طالب الهندسة طرح الفكرة بس يحتاج أنه طالب من الفيزياء يوضح له أنه عنده أفكار استخدام مثلا الطاقة الشمسية كإنارة والاستفادة منها وتقليل الهدر بالكهرباء والحفاظ على البيئة وهكذا. فإذا عندك أي أفكار مسبقا تحبين أنه تختارين طلاب من أقسام معينة مرحبين. وأيضا إذا كان هناك شريك تفضلين أن يكون متواجد معك أيضا هو القرار بيدك. وإذا ما تمكنتي احنا راح نبعث لك مجموعة من الطلاب وراح يكون هناك أيضا إشراف وتعاون من الفريق معك حضرتك. شكرا.
More questions?
السلام عليكم.
ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا.
مرحبا دكتور، شلونك صحتك؟
أهلا ألف.
تحياتي لكل زملائنا بالمشاركين، الله يحفظك، وتحياتنا نقول تحياتنا الدكتورة هايك والدكتور فيليكس. أنا عندي سؤال إذا سمحت. دكتور فوزي الله يحفظه ذكر نقطتين وحدة فهمتوها، أنه ما نوجه الطلاب يعني بطرح أفكارهم بطريقة يعني تجريح المجتمع، أوكي، لكن أيضا النقطة الأخرى اللي طرحها أنه بعيدا عن السياسة، يعني بس كنت أفتهم يعني كثير من المشاكل اللي ترتبط بالعمليه السياسيه، يعني خصوصا مساله البطاله. فيرجع يعني توضيح هاي النقطه، يعني حتى شو نتعامل بها مع طلابنا يعني بعيدا عن السياسه.
اوكي.
نعم. ممكن دكتور انور انا اكمل له.
العفو دكتور، بس يا ريت ترجم السؤال الجماعه
إيه. ماشي. Actually, Dr. Ahmad, he asked about what I speak. I speak in Arabic, Dr. Haiki. I speak in Arabic. I told them, when you speak with your student and discuss the ideas with the student, please avoid to speak in politic things, because this is not our job. And don't let also the committee, Mosul committee, to be hurted by this idea. To be simple idea out of politician things. This is what I ask or I speak in this point. So I will explain to Mr. Ahmad or Dr. Ahmad about this point. الحقيقة دكتور أحمد، شغلة الابتعاد عن السياسة، نحن جامعة الموصل جامعة ليس لها علاقة أبدا بالسياسة وطرح الأفكار السياسية، باعتبار أنه هي جامعة آمنة ليس لها علاقة بالحكومة أو بالدولة وبالأفكار السياسية أيا كانت وفي أي زمان وفي أي مكان. ولهذا اعتيادي الطلاب من راح تتناقشون مع الطلاب، اكيد يعني انا متاكد انه راح قسم منا يقول لك سبب البطاله وعدم التعيين هو الدوله، يعني راح يصبون كل المواضيع في هذا المضوار. فانا من قلت يعني انه نبعد عن السياسه حتى لا كل الافكار تنطرح بهذا الاتجاه. يعني انا الفكره من المؤتمر بالضبط هي كيف استطيع ان استغل الافكار العلمية التي تم استيقاؤها خلال 4 سنوات أو 6 سنوات من جامعة الموصل، كما هو الحال عند الطبيب، كما هو الحال عند المهندس، لأنه الطبيب بعد ما يتخرج يفتح له عيادة وما عنده مشكلة، الصيدلي يفتح له عيادة أو يفتح له صيدلية وما عنده مشكلة، المهندس قسم من الهندسة يفتح له مكتب مثلا استشاري هندسة أو معماري وما عنده مشكلة احتمال. لكن تبقى مثلا عندنا مشاكل كثيرة، مثلا تدريسي، معلم جامعي، تدريسي، كيميائي، فيزيائي، جيولوجي، هذه ممكن احتمال يعني صعبة جدا أنه يلقي. ولهذا تشوف مثلا الزراعة، خريجين الزراعة تكوموا بشكل كميات كبيرة من الخريجين في يعني هذا المجال ولفترات زمنية طويلة خلال هاي ال10 سنوات الأخيرة. فإحنا نريد نطرح الأفكار أنه كيف أنا خريج زراعة وأريد مثلا استغل هذه الشغله، ممكن انه احد الافكار اطالب الدوله انه تعطيني قطعه ارض ازرع بها، هذه ما بها اشكال. زين، ممكن انه احصل على بعض المعدات من الدوله حتى استفاد منها واحول قطعه ارض الى قطعه ارض زراعيه واستغلها. ممكن انه يعني اجر ارض زراعيه من اي جهه معينه، او يشتركون 4 أو 5 طلاب فيما بينهم، وممكن ان يحولون العراق اللي هو يعني كانت أرض السواد فيما مضى أنه يعاد مرة ثانية إلى أرض السواد، يعني ممكن أنه تكون بهذا الاتجاه. فهذه هي الأفكار اللي تطرح، يعني كيف أستغل مثلا أنا كيميائي، أنا بالنسبة لي كدكتور فوزي كيميائي، ممكن أنه أنا أعطي فكرة لأحد الطلاب مثلا أنه يعمل معمل مال شامبو، مال صابون، زين، ممكن انه يعمل معمل مال بلاستيك، ينتج بلاستيك يعني، او معمل اعاده تدوير البلاستيك، اعاده تدوير التائرات. زين، اكو افكار بهذا الاتجاه. ممكن مثلا انا اذا عندي جروب واطرح على هذا الجروب هذه المجموعه من الاسئله، تكون افضل مما انه انا ادخل بالسياسه، يعني ابتعد عن السياسه لانه هذا مو مجالنا. يعني تعرف احنا معانا اجانب وما نريد ندخل في هذا المضمار. فكأستاذ أنت حضرتك وأنا كأستاذ وبقية الأساتذة نضع حدود لهذه النقاط. يعني من يبدي يتذمر ويقلد الدولة والدولة ولازم تعينني ولازم ما أعرف ليش، أقول له ابني إحنا المؤتمر أفكاره مبنية على الشغلة التالية: كيف أنا أخلق فرصة عمل. مو اخذ فرصه عمل، يعني ما اريد انا اخذ فرصه عمل من الدوله، لا، خلي انا اخلق فرصه عمل. هذه هي المساهمه اللي راح نساهم بها في نهض المجتمع، في المحافظه على مدينه الموصل، على تقليل البطاله في الموصل. واسف للاطاله دكتور.
بارك الله بك
أوكي.
دكتور فوزي، شكرا جزيلا، يعني وصلت الفكره. بارك
الله
الله
يسلمك.
بك.
الله يسلمك.
يحفظك.
الله
شكرا
يسلمك.
دكتور انور. شكرا.
Sorry, Dr. Heike, I will translate to you.
No, I think it's fine. I think
Yes, I will tell you that I say to him, we have to avoid this type of question from the student, because already the student, they will ask in this point that the government is responsible for the employment and other things. I say to him, no, we can able to say to them, this is not our job. Our job, how to create, how to open the door for the student for in the future to use their ideas, to their study in creating a new job for themselves. This is what we have to do. And I am sorry.
Okay, no, very fine. I maybe as an overall comment, I think we all as academics know that political discourse differs in various ways from how we have academic discourses within our disciplines. In the way, and this is also what you all do, we all do in our everyday practice as academics, also in the university. Also in the university, we may have different standards and how to do that, how we label opinions, how we label evidence, how we have academic discourse. And of course, this is an academic event. This is an academic event. This is a university event. So the standards for academic discourse and discussing on a topic would also apply with us. So, but thank you for raising that question. Would not be a political opinion sharing group between the students, but here, and this would also be some of the jobs for you as a moderator and facilitator to ensure that the various standards we have to ensure it's a guided, structured, inclusive, evidence-based dialogue, which we have as academic, which we do as everyday practice, also applies to the work you are doing. And I think you are very much more experienced in how to do that when guiding young people from Iraq, because I think this is your everyday bread and your everyday job, and I trust that you will also apply the sensitivity.
Please, I have a question. Can I ask?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you. Chief, first of all, thank you for this great information. I am Mohammed. I have master's degree, a graduate of the Department of Business Administration, specialized in the innovation management. But until now, I have not been able to get a job opportunity. This is a question. The question is, can I send an invitation to my Turkish supervisor? Because I have.
Yes, you can. You can. We are
Okay,
also
thank
an
you very
international team. Maybe your Turkish supervisor wanted to get in touch with me, and then I'll make sure he knows what his job is. I'm very happy. So keep him in the loop, get him in touch with us. He's very much welcome to join us.
Thank you very much. شكرا دكتور فواز، شكرا دكتور أنور.
أهلا وسهلا.
بكم جميعا.
I wanted to use the opportunity to introduce to all of you our conference space. Before maybe some of you also have to leave. So I just wanted to show this slide. After we assign the students to you, you will get an email from us knowing which are your students. You get your email address, and you will also get some information, a draft of an email which you could use to send forward to your students, and then you would be the communicator and the contacting person to the student. For all of us to have a common space, we are experimenting something. We are trying something new with you, which we have also not done on this large scale with everyone. So this is for all of us a very exciting new experiment, and we are using an open internet whiteboard structure, which is called Miro. And you would be able to access that simply by clicking on this link in the chat. And the password is RESI 2021. So, and if you do that, and if you enter that, you will have access, you will see our joint conference space. Consider this conference space as a conference building, as a conference room, and how we would be working together if we would all be in the student center of Mosul University. There would be an entrance where everyone would enter. There would be a big conference room where we would all go together. There would be a room where we as lecturers would all leave our bags and meet and have a coffee together. And we would all have our individual classroom somewhere to meet with our students. This is the same idea in this conference platform, which we are having now. So as you can see here, with your mouse, you can zoom in and out. You can zoom in and out, and you would start here by zooming in. So, and by zooming in, you will see the different content of the conference space. So every student will also have access into this conference space, and everyone would be starting here in what is our entrance hall. Here is just basically simply where you find the timelines of the conference, the important date, a summary of what the job is, and also next to the entrance, as usually, there would be a help desk, someone with various information. What do I need to do? Who do I need to contact if I don't know what to do? There might be also some registration help students need. So we also made some short question and answers on the usually questions we get from students. And after that, after we have agreed which student will be in a room, there will be a big board posted where everyone can see my name, in which group am I, and where do I have to go. There's you can also see if you zoom out, there's a space for the conference program on the Saturday. This is where we publish the conference program, where you can look up the conference program, and also here where you will find the link from the meeting. So all the information we are documenting here for you, so that there's one big platform where all relevant information can be found. There's also another space which we call the library, where we will give you editing rights, where everyone can put in some resources, some readings, some nice videos, anything anyone thinks this is nice for everyone to look up and read. So we have a joint library which we can all fill in. If you are getting lost, you also have the opportunity. You will also, each of these parts have an email. Each of these parts have an individual address in the space which can be shared. So if you want to invite people in a specific space, you can also do that. So from the navigation side, now we will split up in the different teams, and every specific team has their own classrooms. So everyone who's doing something in the economics, they will meet in the economic space. Everyone who considers himself scientist, they will meet in the scientist space. Everyone who's an engineer will meet in the engineer space. There's an educationist space, and the humanist space is for everyone else. So for everyone else, and you can also zoom in here, and I will show you what this looks like. every one of you, you will have your own classroom board. Like usually if you would have your own classroom, your own classroom where you would physically meet with the students. Now here you have your own room in which you will be able to put some information for your students to look up and your students to find for you. We prepared that a little bit for you with a structure, but you are free to delete everything you don't like and to create your classroom as you want for your students. For us, we here in this gray space, we gave you some, we did put your to-dos as a group, that you know what as a group you have to do and when you would have to contribute to our conference organization and get some information. So the first thing you would possibly do is you would meet with your group, you would organize, your group would have a group name, you would maybe want to share the names of the person who's here, maybe also the email addresses of the people so that everyone knows who's in which group and how to contact the group member. You might want to consider making a WhatsApp group and having one person sharing their telephone number so that if a student is lost and knows whom to call up. We already for your group created your meeting room link. So every one of your group has their own Zoom meeting, which you can access all the time, So this is the space where your group can meet and you can publish your meet. When you agreed, we'll always meet Wednesday, 3 o'clock. You can publish this here for everyone to look up. You can publish some resources on your libraries. And what we did, we created for you something you might helpful, some resources you might feel helpful for students to come up with a project idea. But these are all editable for you. You will have access as being an editor to be changing something in this, where the students can only watch. If you feel you are of a generation where you are uncomfortable in doing that yourself and you wanted one student of your team to be the secretary and putting in information for you, that's also possible. You would just have to let us know who the person is, then we would have one student from a group also to be editing there. So
actually, sorry, Heike. Actually, I've tried my best to give editing rights to all of you today, but I'm not sure if all of you have received this email from this Miroboard website. And in case you have not received this email, maybe it would be very nice if you could write your email once again to the chat. So I will add you to the Miroboard and give you access rights.
Yeah.
وانا المفروض الجميع كان استلم اليوم ايميل من مستر فيليكس حول هذا الموضوع مال اللي اسمه الميرو، اللي هو هذا اللي راح ندخل بينه الحقيقه. راح يكون عندنا كل جروب راح يكون عنده صف يدخل الى من خلال هذا الصف ويستطيع ان يخزن بينه كل المعلومات عن الطلبه او اي مساهمه، اي سؤال، اي كلام ممكن انه يحب يخزنه يطيق يخزنه في هذا الصف، ويعني يكون هو له المقدره على الوصول الى الصف. وايضا احنا ككوميتي ممبر ممكن انه ايضا ندخل وممكن انه نستفاد ايضا منه في اليوم الاخير من الاجتماع مالنا. واللي ما كان وصلوا الايميل معناته ما كان وصلوا الموقع، لانه هذا الموقع على جوجل، والموقع على جوجل هذا راح تدخل بينه بعد ما تعمل كليك راح يسالك اعطيني الكود، والكود هو كتبوا لكم RESI 2021. هذا هو الكود 2021 RESI 2021. هسه اذا اي واحد منكم يعمل كليك علينه بالشات يفوت ويعمل كليك علينه راح تطلع له عباره انطيني الكود، تنطينه الكود راح تدخل مثل ما دخلت هي الدكتوره هايكي على الموضوع. فاللي ما كان حصله رجاء يكتب الايميل ماله بالشات ويقول انا ما جاني ايميل حتى يبعث له هو دكتور مستر فيليكس. شكرا. ثانك يو دكتور.
So at this moment, I think if you entered this at this moment, you've entered this in a way how a student would enter. So you could see that you can touch nothing, that you can change nothing, you can edit nothing. Yeah. So this is what how your students will experience, how students will experience the board, but you can zoom, but they can zoom in and out and know how to find information. So for each of the classrooms, each of the classroom is having their own address. And I will now in the chat, I posted you the address for this classroom, which is this one. So if you press on this link, now everyone just by pressing on the link, by pressing on this link, now we are meeting in one specific classroom. So if you want to invite students, you could also just tell them the link to your classroom, so they will directly find you and will not get lost. And then students can look up, and here already Lisa and Ricarda, for some fun purposes, made some information on how this could look like. You would possibly here share your contact information. We are the lecturer. This is our email address. We will meet every Monday, 5 o'clock. Students will know this is the meeting room. This is the meeting room where we are working. Already, you may want to publish something you would find exciting in the library. They gave the group a name. We are the future. On your first meeting, you could make a picture. On the first meeting, you could make a picture on your group and how you wanted to present something, and maybe you could take some notes on some of your main ideas in what's the topic you and your group are working on. So this is for you. This is for you, and you will be able to edit these different parts. You will be able to edit these different parts and put in information. I will also introduce to you how to do that. This is very intuitively. I think we all know how to use a Blackboard as a lecturer and stick some information there. How much you put there is completely up to you. We thought it's nice if we would meet in one big conference building. We would also, when passing another classroom, look into what other people are doing and not feeling alone in what we are doing. So we thought this is a nice opportunity for all of us. If we cannot meet physically all together, for all of us communicating among the different classrooms and letting each other know what we are doing and also creating something. Of course, our etiquette would be as if we are teaching in the classroom. I would never go and enter Dr. Anwar's classroom or touch anything without him telling me to do so or invite me to do so. I think this also is the rules for the virtual place there. If you have something from your team you wanted to share with everyone to do, and maybe also to make this a little bit more fun, everyone could post this either if it's fun in the gallery space, and if it's more educational material, you would find what you would want to. You could publish that. You could publish that in the library, yeah. And then, as also in the conference space, we have a lecturer's corner here. We would have a lecturer's corner here where you could also communicate and where we could also exchange and communicate with each other. Now, I don't know, Felix, if you could quickly give me editing rights, if that's possible.
I will do my best.
Mr. Felix, some of the people, they write to you, some of our lecturers, they write to you their email.
Yes.
Yes, okay, you can send to them.
I will write them down. I will send it to you later.
Okay, thank you.
Otherwise, Heike, can you sign in with the Resi account? Is this possible?
I'll try.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, if there's a question.
People here asking about this program. I mean, they send their emails and probably they will need the password or the code. RESI in RESI 2021. RESI 2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
اللي ما جانه الرسالة يرسل الإيميل ماله ومستر فيليكس راح يرسل له الرابط مال البرنامج وبس يدخل الباسورد أو الكود راح يفتح البرنامج. البرنامج يحتوي على عدة خصائص بها الاجتماع، تحديد موعد الاجتماع، النتاجات، المناقشات، وطبعا حال أي محاضرة هذه خصوصية للأستاذ المحاضر مع الطلاب اللي هو مجتمع بهم، فلا يجوز الدخول إلا بموافقة المحاضر أو بطلب منه، فكل واحد على مجموعته فقط.
Okay. I'll show you in a minute how to change something. I'm still looking up how to access this now so that I can show you this. So give me 1 minute.
Meanwhile, I will explain for the audience. البرنامج راح يسهل عليكم انه الاجتماعات طبعا بينه اكثر من خاصيه راح تشوفوها بنفسكم. بالامكان اذا كان انه المحاضر شعر بانه انه هو ما مرتاح مع هذا البرنامج وانه اكو طالب متمكن، ممكن ان يخلي هذا الطالب كسكرتير ينظم له هي، بس يشعر اللجنه انه هذا الطالب هو ينظم الامور بالنسبه له. وعلى الأغلب طبعا هذا البرنامج هو سهل، راح الكل يتمكن من أنه يخلي الوثائق المطلوبة، موعد الاجتماع، أي نتاجات، أي نقاط محددة، ممكن يحدد في نقطة أو نقطتين وللاجتماع القادم، ويثبت الاجتماع باليوم والساعة. عنده مهلة شهر قبل أنه نهاية المؤتمر مثل ما ذكر دكتور فوزي كان 19/6 راح تكون نتاج لهذه الاجتماعات والمحاضرات ما الذي الطلبة توصلوا له. ممكن يعني أفكار، قبل شوية كان دكتور أحمد تحدث، دكتور أحمد عبد الغني رجل معروف من كلية التربية الرياضية وهو معاون للعميد، ممكن يقترح أنه مثلا الطالب اللي يتخرج هو ممكن أن يبحث عن مهنة. طيب إذا كان هو خريج كلية التربية الرياضية ممكن أن تكون هناك قاعات للرشاقة وللحفاظ على رشاقة الإنسان. ممكن يعطي نصائح حول حتى الأغذية اللي يتناولها ويحصل على جسم رشيق، لأنه الجسم الرشيق راح يعطي عمر أطول للإنسان بالتأكيد. أي إنسان إذا جسمه يترهل ويزداد وزنه بشكل كبير هو يعرض حياته للخطر، فهذه ممكن أن تكون فكرة. أنا لست خبير بهذا الموضوع، لكنه يعني وردت لي هذه الفكرة للطلاب اللي يتخرجون مثلا، وربما أكيد أكو أفكار أفضل بعد، وهي تعود إلى المحاضرين أنفسهم.
Okay. So why we use it? Because we think it's fun and it facilitates really a lot of people. Let's see how to use it. So I post in the, so now we're going to all meet in the lecturers room. So I post you the link So here I post you the link in the chat so you can all click on the link. So we all gonna meet in the lecturers room. So, and maybe as a first way how to use this, as a first way how to use it. Here on the sidebar, on the left, you have different tools on what you do. If you choose the one which is the fourth from the top, you can put a sticky note. I'll show you, and you can post a note to everyone. Maybe you can try and you can say hello and salam everyone. And yeah, and greet everyone nicely. You can adjust the size. You can adjust the size and you can post something there. So I don't know if some of you want to, who have editing rights already, this is what you could do. This is what, and if you have the editing rights, this is what you could try as a first time. If now I wanted to create my educational space and prepare my room for my students, and I received in the email that I'm in group EC number 9. This is the link here. This is the link I would share with my students. It's very intuitively. Then I would go where I want to post something. And then here, the third one from the top is writing some text. So I would create a text box. I would create a text box here and write my name. Dr. Heike. And then I would put it where I don't, so, and then I would put it here. Then I put it in the box, and then I would create another one, and here I would put my email address. So you cannot destroy anything. So you cannot destroy anything. So if you stay in your corner and you do and you try, you are all invited to, and you're all invited to have fun and give it a try and see how it works. And like this, you could post basic information on your basic information. You can also insert with copy and paste pictures or screenshots you want to make. And all of us, we are very happy if to meet you maybe in a smaller team and to help you to set up your room if you feel you will need some support. I already see first team members being here. So how do you feel about that? I first asked Dr. Rai. Dr. Rai, do you like it? And then I'll ask Dr. Fauzi and Dr. Anwar, do you like it?
I think Mr. Wright, he leave us because he have lecture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those who are still there, what do you think? Do you like it? Do you think that's something you?
Dr. Heike.
Yes.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, everyone. I think it will be fine, but sometimes, you know, the problem is with the internet, especially here in Mosul. So it would be possible if sometimes we use it, or, I mean, is it compulsory to use it every time, or would it be possible or fine to use another software to communicate with the students?
You can also use other, you can also make a WhatsApp group with, you can meet your students also in a, you can also meet your students in a Google Classroom. You decide where to meet your students. For us, we think it would be nice if maybe sometimes some of the people from your group, you could share some basic information and maybe some insights of the results, but you don't have to work here all the time if you feel this is not supporting you. Yeah, so just use this maybe then as something where every now and then you would have something to share, or you would have some information you would feel, this would be nice. This is a work in progress, something we have to share already on the way. Then find someone, maybe also if you yourself, you are find someone from your group who would say, okay, I can document a little bit what we are doing in our classroom. So no pressure, you don't have to. Yeah. So, but we thought instead of all of us meeting somewhere in the World Wide Web and not knowing what all the other people are doing, we thought it would be nice to have something where a little bit we can at least virtually be in one room, and have something where we can let each other know what we are up to, so that we can better organize, in virtual.
Okay. كان هناك سؤال انه هل ممكن نستخدم برنامج اخر؟ كان اجابه الدكتوره هايك الست لقاء انه من الامكان استخدام اي برنامج واتساب او فايبر او وات ايفر، اي هذه اللي يسهل التواصل مع الطلاب. احنا هذا البرنامج هو فقط ردنا انه سهل ووسيله انه تتجمع بها المعلومات، بس اذا كان المحاضر يرغب باي وسيله اخرى نتيجه ظروف التواصل او مع الطلاب فهو حر في اختيار الوسيله اللي يتواصل بها.
Yeah, because we will be, I think, about 350 people working at the same time. So everything doing this via email and making sure everyone's communicating with everyone. So that might be difficult. Maybe it's better if we all have one space, well, one space in which we can all work together and communicate together and let each other know what we are doing.
لأنه نتعامل احنا بحدود ال 300 إلى 350 طالب والعدد ضخم، فارتئينا أنه ممكن حتى للسهولة أنه نجمع الكل في هذا البرنامج. ها هي كانت الغاية من البرنامج.
And what we will do, everyone who's a team already will also get one of the team numbers. So, for example, there was a team from the engineering and the pharmacy, which is Dr. Fahd and Dr. Marwan. So your team number will be EN01, or Dr. Adel and his partner from the economics department. Your group name is EC01. So what does that mean? So Dr. Adel's room is this one here at the top in the economist space, the room number 1. Dr. Adel, that's yours. Yeah, that's your classroom. This is where you can go wild and do whatever you want. You can do whatever you whatever you want, and so forth. So this is, so you will get your number, which is big here. So you will get your number for your team, and then you know which small classroom in the whole conference space is yours, and which you can edit and which you can edit. This is what the principle is going to be, and this overview on who has which room after we had agreed on how many teams we are going to be. Then this we will also publish. This we will also publish on the Navigator site, which is this one with the big screen. Here will be all the list where everyone, every lecturer, every student can look up, where do I have to go, to which classroom do I have to go. This is where I will publish this list as soon as we have agreed. So yeah, so we have some teams for, oh, Dr. Anwar, please. Yeah.
I will translate it briefly. طبعا اكو لقدام اكو يعني عندنا ناس ممكن الشريك ماله اختاره، فوضعت غرف رومز، غرف، وهاي الغرف عليها ارقام، هي غرف الاجتماعات وتظهر باللوحه. فالرجال من الحاضرين الان اذا هو يرغب بشريك ممكن يكتب اسمه واسم الشريك اللي يرغب له. يعني انا حسب اطلاعي انا والدكتور فوزي ايضا طلعنا على يعني مجموعه العلوم، كان هناك اخوات، فاتوقع الاخوات مع بعض، واذا اكو اي طلب خاص انه هذا الاستاذ مع هالاستاذ عادي ممكن يكتبوا الان، واذا ما اكو احنا راح يعني نخلي الشركاء في هاي المجاميع وهاي الارقام، وهذا مثال على الاساتذه المشتركين مع زملاء. شكرا.
Okay. So now there are some people who are already in a team, and if you feel you have all the information you needed, and also you have more important family duties, then you're also excused. So, for example, there's the team of Dr. Ahmed and Dr. Muhammad from the physical education. Your room is ED01. That's your team. That's your team. That's where you will work. That's where you will work. This is where you will go. Dr. Lika, Dr. Huda from the education, you are education team 02, also a team. Dr. Hiba, Dr. Man from the education, I hope I pronounce your team education ED03. So, and Felix and Zara, they are the education team ED4. Lisa and Ricarda, education team 5. Vasilis and Alina are education team number 6. So the colleagues from from the School of Law, Dr. Salim, Dr. Hashima, you are in the humanities section. Your group is H03. The colleagues from the translation department, Dr. Muhammad and Mr. Arfs, they are HD02. The colleagues from the geology and also the colleagues from the social department maybe could stay so we could discuss if there are a team still and discuss that. People from the science departments are not really teams yet, so you all have to stay so we can make teams. Yeah, so we can make teams. This is going to be our jobs. The colleagues from the economics, Dr. Adel, Dr. Abdelaziz from the economic and administration, you are a team. Perfect. Your room is EC01. This is where you go. Dr. Mohanad still is looking for a partner, will stay. Dr. Leila and Dr. Dua from the banking and finances, you are team EC03. And maybe Dr. Mohanad, so that's the thing here, we have you double, so you're not double, so you're only there one time. So you will, from the engineering, Mr. Fahad, Mr. Malan, you are EN01. Dr. Bisam and Ms. Tamara from the architectural department, your classroom is EN03, and the other colleagues who don't have partners yet and who are not in the list, you can all stay so that we can complete the list. And everyone else who felt you had enough information, then I think you would all be good to go. This would be, I think, the next job. It would be nice that we could complete our list, making sure everyone is here today, is on the list. We can form teams, but maybe we do that after we officially close the meeting, for everyone who feels I got enough for now, I need to go, I know what to do. Are there any further questions before we go into the deep job of forming teams?